If you're anything like me, you scroll Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and you're shown ads of products that are absolutely amazing, so compelling that you decide to buy whatever product it is. In my case, it's usually beauty products. So I thought it would be fun to share some of the ads that totally sucked me in, and then give you a real life review of those products, let you know if they lived up to the ad, let you know, if they're any good, all of that kind of stuff. And then what I am hoping is that if you have tried any of these products, that you will leave a review down in the comment section. If you are new here, my name is Penny. I am a master esthetician. On this channel, we do product reviews, we do protocols, we do all kinds of procedures like microneedling and RF. We go in office and we are at home doing anything we can safely DIY. So if that sounds good to you, I hope you will consider subscribing. Let's start with Ogee. Now, Ogee are these little sticks. They have a whole line of things, but what I've primarily been sucked into are the sticks. This is like the contour collection. So I have highlighters, I have blushes, and I have a contour stick. I actually have the foundation sticks coming today. They're going to get delivered today, and I will definitely either insert some B-roll here, or I will leave you a review like in the description box of how those fared. I will tell you right off the bat that these are fantastic little sticks with a few caveats. Let's watch their ad. So you can see that she is applying this just straight from the stick. She's blending it in. It looks relatively effortless. She looks glowy. She looks hydrated. She looks like, like she's got her best skin face forward for sure. So when I saw one of these ads, I was drawn to this because I love the idea of a dewy, radiant, healthy looking skin, and I really like the idea, the ease of these sticks. So I picked up one of the contour collections, and then I picked up a couple individual sticks, and I have to say I absolutely adore these. Now, there are some caveats. Number one, they're incredibly sheer. So, they look like they're gonna pack a punch with pigment, but they really don't. Number two, they don't last very long on the skin. So I think that if you are someone who really wants your makeup to last you 12 hours in a day, these probably are not the right thing for you. But if you are a makeup minimalist and you really like the natural look, you like a glowy complexion, you like makeup that just sort of melts into your skin and makes your skin look like its best version, these are really, really good for that. I'm going to show you the ones that I have. That's kind of a highlighter blush. You can kind of see how it's not super saturated with pigment. This is a cool pink. It's right here. A cool pink highlighter. I know it's really difficult to see because it's a highlighter, but it's actually a gorgeous color. The contour stick is interesting because it's copper colored, but it actually does have a little bit of coolness to it. It looks super duper dark, but when you put it on your skin, it looks very, very dark, but then it blends out well. I really, really like this one in particular, and I actually will wear that as a bronzer / contour. Out of everything that I got so far, that is probably my favorite thing because I feel like it's kind of that bronzer / contour, and it really does look like something that in the summertime is going to be glowy and beautiful and just make the skin kind of shimmer in a really subtle, mature skin friendly way. The last one that I have is the Rose Quartz, and this is another one that I do think is really beautiful. This one has more pigment. You can see it here. Blends out and looks gorgeous. These two together are just beautiful. So you can see that these are more highlighty. This is a blush, and then this is a bronzer / contour. So overall, my impression of this brand, this Ogee brand, is really, really positive. As long as you remember that it is not long-lasting makeup, that it is really your skin but better makeup. It is definitely dewy and fresh. So if you have super oily skin, you probably won't like this. It is one of those things that is really easy on the go, and I do think that the ads kind of represent it really well. Even some of the younger people in these ads, I see some of the comments will be like, try it on a mature person and stuff like that. If you go to the Ogee Instagram, they have mature models in their reels and stuff, so you can kind of get an idea on different age women, etc., different skin tones, all of that. You can get an idea of how it looks, but overall, my impression of this brand has been very, very positive. So I would love to hear what you think of Ogee if you have tried it. Next, let's talk about Danucera. This is a balm that you can use in multi ways. So the balm is what drew me in first. It is like a jelly balm, and it's supposed to be like a first cleanse. It can also be used as a mask, and then it can also be used as like an overnight moisturizer. I mean, it's supposed to be multi. You can use it however you want. A massage medium, all kinds of stuff. The ingredient deck is beautiful, and this is what drew me in. Once I was on their site, I decided to pick up the D22 Tonic as well. By the way, speaking of that, I bought every single thing here myself. Nobody sent me anything. Nobody knows I exist. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I bought the D22 Tonic when I was there just because it looked really interesting, and also because of some of the ads. So let's watch one of the ads from Danucera. First of all, this one is interesting because it goes through some of the reviews. So somebody says that they compare it to P50. They say it's better than P50. Another one talks about the balm as a multitasking mask. I mean, all kinds of glowing reviews for both the D22 and also the Cerabalm. My impression of the products is a couple things. Number one, the Cerabalm is gorgeous. I really like that you can use it in so many different ways. I actually bought it in this size, and I bought it in like a travel size tube. It's a large tube, and I did take it on vacation with me, and it was kind of nice because I could use it as a first cleanse. I definitely used it as a mask. I used it as a massage medium with my gua sha, and I used it as a lightweight moisturizer, but that was definitely not my favorite way to use it. But I think that this is a really intriguing product, and it's unlike anything else I own, and I love that it's multitasking. Now, when it comes to the D22 Tonic, it's nice. The comparison to P50 is interesting because I own P50, and I definitely don't think it's better than P50. I guess P50 is just like the creme de la creme, and it's kind of hard to beat. But as far as I'm concerned, this is nice. If you are a P50 user, I certainly wouldn't go, oh my gosh, this is better, I have to try it. I would say this Cerabalm is absolutely an interesting find, and the tonic I will of course use up, but it's a take it or leave it as far as I'm concerned. So that is Danucera. Okay, now we're going to talk a little bit about some Iris and Romeo. I am sure that you have seen the ads for this little all-in-one. It's supposed to be an SPF, a foundation, it is your moisturizer, it's the whole shebang. It's supposed to give you beautiful skin in just one step. Now, first of all, I'm going to show you a couple of their ads of this little product. I'll show you this first one because this one drew me in. I don't know about you, but I'm drawn in by just texture and the look of a skincare foundation type of thing. I don't know, it just looks so yummy and delicious, and like it has so much promise for what it could do for my skin. Now I want to watch a little bit from the owner and the creator about why she developed this, and you know what the concept was.
Okay, let me tell you about Best Skin Days. Best Skin Days is a makeup, skincare, and SPF product all in one easy step. I made Best Skin Days really because I wanted something that was super easy to apply on my work days. You know, I'm a working woman, I got a lot going on, I have a family, and for my morning meetings, I didn't want to spend a lot of time in the mirror. I didn't want to do 10-step routines. And so I was looking for something in a clean formula that was just one and done and super easy to apply and gave me everything I wanted. Clean ingredients, high performance skincare, and this no makeup kind of dewy finish to my skin, as well as SPF 30. This one's my favorite.
I picked this up in two different shades. The one that worked for me, just in case you want to know, is shade number 3. Now, they say that this is light to medium coverage, that this is a skin-like finish, that it's going to give you some dewy coverage, that it's basically your skin but better, no makeup look. I think that it is absolutely beautiful on the skin. Let's see if I can find a place to put this. Beautiful on the skin. That is shade number 3 right there. And what it really does is it just gives the skin a little bit of finish. It is definitely light coverage in my opinion. It is not light to medium coverage. I would say that it's light coverage. And if you have relatively nice skin that you really like the lightest finish, you just want a little bit of perfecting, you're almost looking for a tinted SPF, almost like my Dermatology Universal Tinted Moisturizer. It actually reminds me quite a bit of like that, only a hint more coverage and a little less dewy. Now, the shade number 3 is actually really similar to my Dermatology Universal Tinted Moisturizer. Like, they're very similar in shade. So if you like that color, you might like shade number 3. I would say overall, this is a beautiful foundation for just slapping on if you want something that's like skincare and that has an SPF in it. It definitely does not replace, for me. I still have to wear my serum. I still wear my moisturizer and stuff. This is nowhere near moisturizing enough for me. It's just skin-like. This is not for somebody who wants, you know, much coverage. Like if you have hyperpigmentation that you like to cover or anything like that, this isn't going to do that for you. And I think that the color is absolutely beautiful. They did a great job. It does not have too much warmth and it's not too cool. It's just this really beautiful neutral with the hint of golden in it. So it's a really good job. Oh my gosh. So I'm sure some of you have seen the ads for this BIA Body Gloss. This is exactly what it sounds like. You can see it has this beautiful, like neutral bronzy color to it. And with summer eventually coming, it literally snowed here like last week. But summer is eventually going to get here. I am all into products like this. I have my body blur that I've talked about recently. I absolutely love that. That doesn't transfer and it leaves just kind of a blur to your skin, exactly like it sounds. This one is a little bit different. It is infused with antioxidants and then it's a body oil that has some color in it. So it's going to give you some of that hydration and some of that glow. Now I want you to watch the ad and then we're going to come back and I'm going to tell you if it met the expectations of the ad. So here's the thing. As soon as I got it, I of course tried it. Now, number one, I don't have the legs of the model. She's probably 18 or 20 years old. I did buy the brush. I think that what happened for me, this is a beautiful product, but it doesn't look like the ad. It really just doesn't, because I don't look like the model. And that's something to always remember. I have pale, freckled skin with a little bit of hyperpigmentation, and I am older than this model by a long ways. So while this was really nice on the skin, I would say that it isn't anything like that once it's on the skin. So you put it on, and when I rub it in with the brush, first thing that happens is it disappears completely. I mean, you have to use a ton of this product with this brush in order to get anything like what they're showing there. I mean, we're talking a ton. It's also a little bit thinner than whatever it looks like on the ad. I would say that the ad makes it look a lot better than it actually is. I wouldn't say that the ad depicts exactly what you're going to get. All right, we're going to talk about some Mally Face Defender. This one I was definitely sucked in by an Instagram ad. I think it was on Instagram, where a young lady with shiny skin goes ahead and uses this face defender. Basically, she blots out her shine, it refines her pores, and she just looks flawless. Now, immediately, of course, I recognize that this young lady is easily 35 years younger than me, or something, 30 years younger than me. So, okay, there's some expectations that I have to kind of temper with that. But I will tell you that this is one of those products that I have picked up that 100% met the expectations of the ad, shockingly. I ditched the sponge that comes with this. I used that for a while, and I ended up picking up one of my brushes from my collection, which was a Sephora number 64. And recently at the sale, I ended up picking up a Bare Minerals brush because it's shorter. You can really do any brush that you want that isn't too dense at the end, in my opinion. A nice stippling brush is good, or something that's a little bit soft so that you don't get too much product. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm tapping it into the product. I'm gonna use their mirror. Tapping it into the product. Let's see if we can see. And I just put it on like this, and I bounce it into the skin with the brush. This helps so that I don't disturb the makeup that I have on my face, and I get an amazing blur and shine reduction without any powder or anything like that. There's a lady walking her dog and staring in my window right now. It's kind of weird. That was weird. That was really weird. Anyway, I have to say, I picked up this Bare Minerals brush and it's actually kind of stiff. I think I do still like the Sephora brush better, but the tip is to use a brush. Anyway, so this Mally Face Defender 100% met the expectations of the ad. I love it. And the last time I shared this in a video and when I shared this on Instagram, I had so many people agree that they loved it. And if you got it and you didn't like it because of that sponge, I highly recommend that you give it a shot again with a brush, a light hand, and bouncing it into the skin. It was a game changer for me. It really does create this canvas. It blurs the pores, which is super cool. As I'm getting older, I'm noticing more and more, just I can see the pores on my face. It definitely improves texture and it gets rid of unwanted shine. It's so fantastic. So the Mally Face Defender was definitely a big winner as far as Instagram ads. Now the last one that I want to share with you guys is by Bambu Earth. This is the Cactus Concentrate. Now, I picked this one up and I think I bought this because I was going through a period where I felt like I needed to rescue my barrier. I have so many products for that, but this looked like it was over the top. It's cactus, it has all these really nourishing ingredients. It almost looks like it goes from this sort of a balm into almost like an oil on your skin. You can see I've used it a ton. Now I'm going to tell you guys, this is a phenomenal product. I'm not going to recommend it. And the reason why I'm not going to recommend it is that it was $160, I'm pretty sure. I think that there are other products that I have and that I use that get close enough to doing what this does. My Soothe and Recovery cream from Dermatology that I use religiously every single night. Even if I put on my peptide moisturizer and all of the other things that I wear at night, that Soothe and Recovery goes on last as kind of a to hold in water and to help recover barrier and all of that kind of stuff. That's what I used this for. That Soothe and Recovery is just as good as this for doing all of that. And it's far, far, far more affordable. I would love to hear if anybody else uses this, what you think of it, if you think I'm wrong. Maybe it's worth that money if it's the only thing you use or it's one of the only products that you use and that's, for that reason. But for somebody like me who has a lot of stuff, that's just a big spend and I wouldn't buy it over and over. So out of all of these things, what would I rebuy? I would definitely rebuy the Mally Face Defender. 100% rebuy the Ogee. In fact, like I said, I have the foundation coming. Would not rebuy the Bambu Earth. Would not rebuy the BIA. I would not buy or rebuy the D22 Tonic from Danucera. I would rebuy the Cerabalm. Probably. This one I don't have to really think about because it's also not inexpensive, but it's so interesting and different from anything else that I own that this is a probably I would rebuy it. When I get done with this, then I'll know if I miss it. So this is on the fence. The Iris and Romeo. For me, this is not a rebuy, mostly because my Dermatology Universal Tinted Moisturizer is this. It's really like a tinted sunscreen. It comes in this pot. I wish it had a pump, all of that stuff. It's pretty and it's nice, but I would rebuy my Dermatology before I'd rebuy this. All right, you guys, I would love for you to sound off in the comments and let me know anything else you've picked up from ads on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and what you think of those, or if you would love for me to pick them up and do a little review. I hope that you're having a really wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will talk to you in my next skincare video. Take care.